gosh, I forget I'm live. Hey guys, welcome to the layout update live in the training room. Um, a lot has been going on because of work. I haven't had pretty much any time to come in here and do anything. That what happens when you want overtime, a lot of overtime. I just completed 3 12-hour shifts, so um, I was beat. I tried to come in there and do some switching. I was able to but trying to come in here and do some switching is hard. Um, what I did yesterday morning was to try to finish up the video. Instead, I went and just did it off camera, and as you can see, I pulled the yard over here. I pulled everything over here in the yard and brought it outbound to the closet branch. And now I have 2 trains over here. I have 2 trains that's over at the siding. So, like I said, I just doubled up the train and brought it over here. Like I said, this is a first doing a double train over here on the outbound. I'm going to try to switch out the plant with all cars in tow on the shove and drag, going to all 4 companies. The train is not blocked. None of these cars are blocked. Like I said, I just grabbed the cars and brought them over here. So it's going to probably be a challenge trying to shove and drag almost, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22 cars, a shove and drag on 22 cars in and out of the plant. It's nothing. It's not nothing new. I believe I did what, 15, 16 cars the other day. So, and like 6 or 7 more cars shouldn't be a big issue. The plans for the layout. I told y'all the other day that I plan on making the middle table longer and making these tables smaller because it's a tight fit walking here. Oh, excuse me, walking around in here, and so it's becoming an issue. So I'm planning on making these tables the plan is to make these tables around 18 inches wide over all the way around. Go 18 inches wide. That means I'm going to condense the space in between because I got a lot of space in between. So I'm going to condense them all the way, flush them in to the right track space between double tracks. Get that going. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Conrail. Hey, Nancy. How y'all doing? So the plan is to change this width so that I have more space on the middle table, because the middle table is the primary part of this layout because of the chemical plant. So making it about 2 or 3 feet longer and bringing these in to around about 18, 19 inches, maybe 20 inches will be even better for me trying to get through here. Another thing that I'm going to do on the layout is change the corner cut. The corner cut is going to change. Where's my eraser? I am going to change the corner cut. And what I mean by that is I normally just put 2 tables together in the corner like this. Normally, that's how the tables are brought together in the corner. But I'm going to change it a little bit to where the corners are an L shape. So I'm going to cut out L-shaped corners. So it'll be one piece cut into an L. So it cuts off this issue with bringing the 2 tables together here when I can worry about just making sure the tables are brought together down here. Another thing I'm going to do is take out the corner. Instead of having the corner like this, I'm going to cut it out at an angle so that there'll be enough space for the inner main, the inside main. They can come around there. Now, this radius here will be a 22, but everything else on the top, everything in the corner will be like a 30. I'm going to try to get a 30 in there, which means every company in the corner will have some space for everything. So that's the plan. Always remember, if you can get a 30 in here, and then after that it'll be a 28, 26, and I'm 24, and then the 22 will be down here on the bottom. So that is the plan there. So cut out the corner and make the corner angle so I can get a 22 radius in here. And then make sure that the top radius is a 30. I have a plant template. Actually, it goes up to 32, but I'm going to adjust the corners so that I won't have no issues with my Gevos or all tank cars in the corner. In other words, I just want a nice smooth turn around the corners. Another thing that I'm going to do is this. When I lay the table down, this is going to be how the table looks. It's sort of like a small diagram where all of the angles cut out. The corners are be cut. So that is the design of the table. The middle table will extend at least around about 2 feet, 2 feet space there. So that's how I want to design the next layout. The closet branch will be the same. Everything is pretty much going to be the same. All I'm doing is just adjusting the width of the table so that I can get in here. There'll be more space to walk around without fighting, dropping things, hitting the middle table, hitting everything. So this will be about 20 inches all the way around. The table will be 20 inches all the way around. And this table will be 4 feet wide. And the length, that is a 6. It will probably be close to 9 feet in length on the middle table. That means I will be able to put 2, 3 lines in here. The idea is to put at least 20 tank cars, 20 tankers in here. That is the plan on the middle table, is to put 20 tankers in there. um, 13 to 14 on spot, 7 on the stage. So that is how I want to do this. 13 to 14, let's just do 14 on spot, 6 on stage. The engine house. The engine house will be somewhere on the middle table because I want the engines to be close to the plant. So their first priority, instead of going to the yard, is to actually pull the plant. Then go to the yard, set the cars in the outbound, and then come pick up the cars and then take them to the plant and then spot the plant and then tie down back at the plant. Start at the plant, end at the plant. So that's the plan. Like I said, the layout will remain the same. Everything y'all see on this layout is exactly the way it's going to be on the layout. The only difference is it's going to be a tight fit on the corners. The main and the closet branch, it is going to be the same as it is, but when it gets off the curve over to the side, I'm going to push it as close as I can to the edge without it hitting the wall. That will give me at least a ½ inch off the wall. I want it to be a ½ inch to an inch off the wall. So that is the plan. And let's see. Another major thing that I'm going to be doing is making sure is that the angle corners, that 22 radius, will snug all the way around the corners, at least 2 inches off the corner. I don't want it sitting completely on the corner. I want it at least off the corner. If I can't get a 22, then I will go down to an 18 because the tank cars here can take an 18. That's the main reason why my plan is to get 4 axles for the plant. The Gevos and all them will do the closet branch and switch out the closet branch. But the 4 axle, whenever Scale Trains makes them, will be primarily the plant and the yards. So that's how that's going to go. And my main thing is to cut all the angles out the same. I want all the angles to be cut the same. So that'll be the first thing I do. There, like I said, there will not be tables brought together in the corners like I've done in the past. I'm taking that out. I did this before and it was a major improvement where the 2 tables, because sometimes the tables shift for some reason, they were shifting and they was screwed down, but one would come up and one would go down. So I was like, let's take out the corners, make an angle, and worry about these here. So that's going to work better. So how the yards, how many rails will be in the yard? Well, let's go over that real quick for this future plan. Let's draw it a little bit bigger. Okay, the way it's going to go is it's going to be the same. The whole thing is going to be the same. Nothing will change. I guarantee you, nothing will change. When a train comes out, it will come out this way. It should come out this way. I think I should let it come out this way. It will come out the yard because I'm going to change it. Go around the inner main. It's going to get to a certain point. It's going to come out of here. It's going to come to a certain, it's going to cross over and go on the inside track of the yard. It depending on what's in that yard, that track, which I'm sure it won't be any cars, it's going to go to a certain point up here in this corner and then cross over into the outside main of the yard of the plant. Don't forget, remember, I got two lines, the inside main and the outside main. The outside main will go completely around the plant. The inside main will do the same thing. But in between, I will have two tracks. Well, actually, I'm going to try to get three tracks. Three tracks in the yard. One track would be for the inbound coming from the closet branch. So this would be the inbound track, just like I have now. There will be an inbound track coming into the yard. It will extend so far and then tie into the next track somewhere off the corner, somewhere right here, which will hold at least 10 to 15, maybe 20 cars. I'll say 20 cars. Give or take a 5 or 6 car space. From there, it'll tie into the next yard track. There, somewhere there, well, it should tie into the outside main, I'm sorry. There'll be another track that ties in, and this is where the yard will begin, somewhere on the corner, because I'm going to have the curve switches. The curve switches will begin somewhere on the corner, and then there will be at least 2 to 3 tracks, and it's going to take it all the way up, probably to here. The plan is to have at least 25 to 30 cars on each track. So that gives me enough track space. Will I put the inbound, outbound yard? In other words, will I put this outbound yard? Depending on the space, if I can, it will be somewhere close to the plant. So I'm thinking about putting it over here on the other side of the middle table. That will probably be one of the changes, putting the outbound. So the idea is to pull the plant, shove the cars into the middle table for outbound, and then outbound the cars, block the train, and then take it to the juncture for outbound. That sounds like an idea. Pull the cars off the plant, set them over here, block the train, and then take them around, all the way around to the juncture, and then have the juncture takes the train to the plant, to the closet branch. Like I said, this is going to be the same layout, but the only difference is the outbound yard pretty much won't be on here, and I'm going to try to put 3 tracks for the yard holding 25 to 30 cars, 2 to 3 tracks holding 25 to 30 cars on each track. I need to have in the yard space at least, I want to say 55 cars. That's more than half of the layout, because I plan on getting more cars anyway, so 55 cars. The hoppers will be on the future layout. That's the reason why I need to put that spot in here for the resin plant, part of the plant. The resin part of the plant needs to be here because it's going to be going to Black Rock. Black Rock will be the resin part of this plant, of the branch. It will not get the tank cars, it'll get the resin hoppers. So there will be a point-to-point for the hoppers. So the hoppers will be on here. I'm going to get 25 hoppers. That's it. No more. I've already got 3, so that's actually 22 hoppers I'm going to need. And that hopper track will be right along somewhere in here where it will be loading and it actually be a load and an unload spot for the hoppers. So they will drag out, do the same routine, and then head out to the outbound with loaded and empty hoppers. Now, the way this is going to go, there will be a spot. I need a composite. I need point-to-point for the composite, sand composite for the resin. So we will figure that out. I will figure that out later, but right now, this is pretty much. Hold on, guys. Let me see what you're saying. Oh. Hey, Lisa. Yeah, I can't wait either, but the way this is going to go, it's going to be the same layout. The only difference is I'm just changing the width of the tables and the angle corner cuts. I'm going to cut the angles around. And one other thing. What else is it? The table is going to be a little bit longer, and it's going to be 4 feet wide. So I have a lot of walking space where I'm not touching or hitting anything. That is the plan. So that's pretty much it. And like I said, this is supposed to hold at least 20 tank cars with the engine house, with a spot for the resin cars, resin hoppers. So yeah, 20 cars. Actually, it'll be like 13, 14 tank cars and 4 hoppers. So there won't be a staging area for, there'll probably be some staging area to hold the hoppers and tank cars to be spotted in the plant. But the idea is to make this table long enough and big enough to have at least 4 lines going in it. And the number one situation I'm looking at right now is to get this angle into there. That is going to be the issue. Try to get that angle in so I have space. So if I put this angle in, it's going to come to one side and one side only of the table. And then I will take a switch and add a switch somewhere where it'll be able to tie in somewhere. But that is the plan. I got to get this angle in, and this angle has to be a 24. It has to be a 24. So that if I have a GEVO, if I have to have a GEVO go in, which I probably won't, but the idea is to able to have GEVOs run around the layout. The GEVOs can take a 22, but the number one thing I want to do is make sure that it's a smooth turn for the GEVOs. So that is it. That is the plan. So this is my update on the preparation for the chemical plant part 2, which I'm going to start working on it sometime next week. So that means everything on here, all the tank cars will be going in the boxes. All the engines will go in their boxes. I only got 3 GEVOs now. Dang, I only got 3 GEVOs now. Damn. So I'm going to start working on this. Actually, I'll start working on this, taking up the track. Take up everything and slowly take my time, tearing the table down, tearing the layout down. it's gonna take me at least. I'm not gonna rush this at all. It's gonna take me about till Easter. I said I wanted to have this up and running by Easter, so every time I come in for work, I'll do a little at a time and take care of it like that. All right. So thank y'all all for watching. Oh damn! I gotta get out the door. It's 7 o'clock. I gotta get to work, guys. I will do another update sometime this evening when I get off of work. But as of right now, I'm gonna start putting all this stuff in boxes, back in their boxes, and send them up there. And I gotta get to work. I gotta go. I will talk to y'all later. Bye, Nancy. Bye, Lisa. Bye, Conrail. Thank y'all for coming, and I will see y'all later. Until then, bye.